Steven, this is a really hard question. He says, if I can make it to the park once a week for a full afternoon, how long do you think it will take to learn tailwhips? This is a very, sorry, my thing's not focused. This is a really tough question because it's different for everyone. Just like the bar spin, the mental thing is different from everyone. Stefan, if you're brand new to the sport, like I don't know your skill level, like there's a lot of things. So let's assume that you're brand new to the sport and you just started riding a couple months ago. For me, I probably had whips maybe by the time I was 15 and I started riding at 13. I probably started trying whips when I was 14. So it took me over a year to get them because there's so many things that build into that trick that you have to understand and you have to be able to do before you can land the whip. Like if you just jump on the bike and you start trying whips before you know, say, how to bunny hop, before you know how to do a no footer, like in that process of trying whips right off the rip, you're learning how to take your feet off and put your feet back on. You're learning how to kick the bike. You're learning how to level out of a jump. You're learning all of these fundamental things that if learned individually will make the trick go a lot faster. And that's one of the biggest things we preach in bike school is like a lot of times people need to take a step back before they start working on tricks that they want to do. Like if I wanted to learn, let's say 360s, but I can't even jump, I need to work on jumping first. You know what I mean? So it's like building the skills that set yourself up for success is generally a lot than just throwing yourself out into the deep end and trying to learn the tricks you want to learn. And so with that being said, it's impossible to put like a date on tail whips because again, some people learn them very fast. Some people start out more advanced. Some people have basic understanding of things. Some people have a foam pit to help walk through that mental block. Like there's a lot of different things. Yeah. Especially if it's only once a week, Steven, honestly, I'd say it's going to take quite a while because what happens after a few days of not riding, like while we're riding consistently, we're building up like a unity with our bike, like where we know what our body shift's going to do, what our weight transfer, we know every move that we make, what's going to happen into the bike. And so when you take a break from that, you lose that connection. And so then you spend another day reconnecting it and getting that figured out. Honestly, like you should do every other day if you can, which would be 4 times a week. And that's a lot for people who are busy, people who are working. But that's kind of my experience with it is if I don't ride for a few days, that first day back on is I just spend a lot of time getting comfortable again on the bike. And like just recently, a couple of days ago, I went out and I was able to ride. It was kind of awkward. Like I still had the tricks, but it just didn't feel super comfortable and consistent. So anyway, once a week would be tough, dude. It would be really tough for sure. So try and get that up every other day. If you could do every day, that'd be amazing. And set a block of time in your section to work on that trick you want to do. If you're at the point where you're ready for tail whips, set a block for 30 minutes to an hour, film them and attempt them and just go at it. If you're not, take a step back, set a block of time working on no footers, set a block of time working on no footed cans or cans or tricks that build into that trick so that you have that time blocked off and you're working towards that goal. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. It's sorry for the long-winded rant.